These frozen banana Snickers are a healthier candy bar treat that is sweet, chocolatey, and made with just a few simple ingredients. They're dairy-free, naturally sweetened, and come together without any baking or fancy tools. Hello, my name is Nicole Bonilla, and if you love healthier recipes to our favorite foods, then you are in the right place. Now you're welcome to jot down these ingredients as we go along, or you can click on the link that's in the video description below, and that will take you to the full recipe with all the details, including nutrition facts, ingredients and substitutions, and frequently asked questions. Now to make these really easy banana candy bars, we're going to start with some ripe bananas. And you'll want to get some that have a few little brown spots on the outside because that's when they're at their maximum point of sweetness. So I'm just going to start by peeling 2 ripe bananas, and then I'm just going to cut them both in half across the width. Now the bananas have a natural curve to them, so when we cut them down lengthwise, we want to set it down on its curved edge, and then we can very carefully slice it down the center. Now, as a healthier substitute to the caramel that's in typical Snickers bars, we're going to use my date caramel sauce. Now, you can also use peanut butter if you prefer. And I've included a link below showing you exactly how to make this really simple sauce. So I'm just going to take some on my knife and spread it across all the bananas. Now we're going to add a layer of peanuts, and you can use any nuts that you like. So I'm just going to take a small handful and just press them right down into our caramel layer. And you can use as many or as little as you like. And then for the chocolate layer, you could use any chocolate chips that you like. So I've just taken 1/3 cup of chocolate chips and put them into this microwave safe bowl. And then I'm just going to add 1 teaspoon of coconut oil. And then we're going to melt this in the microwave in 30-second intervals, taking it out in between to stir it until it is smooth and melted. So after our first 30 seconds, you can tell that it's starting to melt, but it's not quite there yet. So we're going to give it a quick stir to just kind of move things around. And then I'll put it back in for another 30 seconds. So after our second round of 30 seconds, we are melted, but we just need to stir it up a little bit until it is smooth. And it is perfectly pourable. We'll just drizzle this right on top. And you can decide if you want it in one thick layer or if you want to drizzle it back and forth. Now, if you could use more healthy inspiration on a regular basis, I invite you to join my email list. All you have to do is click on the link in the video description below, and that is the best way for us to stay connected. Now that we have all of our chocolate drizzled on, we want to add just a little bit of some coarse or flaky sea salt. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit right here on top. That's just going to really enhance all the flavors and be a fun balance to the sweetness. Well, these look so delicious and they're ready to go into the freezer. Now, if you want them frozen solid, you'll probably have to wait about 2 hours, or if you just want to wait long enough for that chocolate to set, then maybe about 30 minutes, whatever floats your boat. But thankfully, I have some I made earlier that are frozen and ready to enjoy. Crunchy. That is so good and cold. That has all the flavors that you crave in a Snickers bar, but with even more flavor. I love the sweetness coming in from the banana, and then getting that little bit of caramel flavor coming in from the date caramel, and then having crunchy chocolate on top is always a good idea. And the little finish of sea salt is perfect. And what I love most is that it's made with clean, natural ingredients. Well, thank you so much for joining me today in my kitchen. I've included the link to this full recipe, and it's in the video description below, and that will take you to my website, gentletummy.com. And I also invite you to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I cannot wait to have you join me again in my kitchen.